the demand for these AI services make them a really powerful bundle for telcos to help them attract and retain customers, and that's really where what KT are focused on.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me is Bango CEO Paul Larbey. Paul, very good to speak with you, and clearly a busy time for Bango. We spoke with Matt earlier this week about your full year 2024 financial results. What's the latest piece of news?
Yeah, really busy week. Only last Friday we published, say, the full year 24 results and the strength and balance sheet and the great progress that we've made in 2024. And we talked a lot about, particularly at that time, around the traction with the digital vending machine, and that's the Bango product that basically bridges the world between subscription services like Netflix and Spotify and these other music and streaming services, and a channel that wants to distribute those subscription services. And the platform that brings those together we call the digital vending machine. And when we published the results, we talked about the great new wins. We did 9 wins last year. We've had 6 already so far this year in 2025. That now means we have 6 of the top 8 telcos in the US. So really great progress. And one of the other things we sort of, I guess, trailed when we did the results was about our first win ever in South Korea with the digital vending machine. And what we announced today, we sort of basically unveiled that, added a bit more color, and announced that that agreement is with Korea Telecom, who's one of the leading telcos in Korea. And it's all about bringing bundling to their 13.5 million customers. And actually, this week we also had the KT team in Cambridge for the project kickoff. So it's been an incredibly busy week, but some really great tractions, particularly around the DVM.
Paul, can you tell us more about the KT agreement?
Yeah, so obviously by deploying the Bango DVM, it's going to allow KT to provide a broader array of third-party subscription services to their customers, allow them to add those to the existing bundles, and basically by doing it on a single platform, it's going to allow them to deliver personalized, multi-party bundles with lots of different subscription services that are best tailored for their customers, and it'll allow these services to be brought to market really quickly and launched to their customers really quickly. And we're also sort of doing it sort of almost a bit in sort of reverse as well. So at the same time as taking services in to allow KT customers to benefit for the services, we're working with KT to bring some local Korean content services internationally. So in effect, integrating those content services onto the DVM, not just for KT in Korea, but for the telcos that are connected internationally. And there's a particular focus on AI subscription services.
Are you seeing more interest in AI subscription services, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I think AI is the ultimate buzzword. I think all of us are probably using AI increasingly to drive efficiency in both our sort of business and personal life. And I think it's inevitable that when you have a growing subscription economy and a growing AI market, that they come together and make most of the advanced AI services available by subscription, right? And the DVM's well placed to help distribute that. And the demand for these AI services make them a really powerful bundle for telcos to help them attract and retain customers. And that's really where what KT are focused on. We started earlier in the year with Verizon. We launched Gemini Advanced, the Google AI product with Verizon at the start of the year. And the first service that KT are going to launch in the summer is actually DeepL. So that's an AI-based translation service. And actually, in the reverse direction, one of the first content services we're going to take out of Korea internationally is the AI learning subscription Kwanda. So I think increasingly these AI services have not only been available for a subscription, but there's a big demand from everyone that make them a really attractive service for telcos.
This is the first DVM win in South Korea. How important is that?
Yeah, it's actually our first win in Korea, and it's really, really important. I mean, in many ways, Korea is a market very similar to Japan. It's a very high-tech, mobile-first market, and it's one where actually the first contract is always the most difficult. You have to build a reputation, you have to build a reputation of trust, doing what you say you can do. And we've done that in Japan over many years, and that means we have a really strong presence in Japan now. And now with this first contract in Korea, this is our first step to building that same level of business in Korea. So it's really, really exciting because of that. I think it helps that we have NHN as a shareholder, and their support of Bango sends a strong message to the Korean market about what we can do, their confidence in Bango, and the innovative solutions that we can bring to market. So yeah, really, really important first step.
So what's next for Bango then?
Yeah, holiday, I think. But yeah, I mean, the pipeline's really strong. New customers are joining the DVM all the time. We'll announce those as soon as we can. It's great to get the KT announcement today. And not only did we announce it, they did their own press release talking about the services that they're going to bring to market. And obviously, we're coming towards the end of the first half now. So trading update and half-year results in September won't be far away. So I'm sure we'll talk then.
All right, Paul, I look forward to that. Thank you very much for taking the time today.